What's going on, YouTube? This is Reaper, and I am back with another video. Alright, well, as you see, I hit Master Prestige in 1 month of release, everybody. Alright, so all you COD babies that are under the age of 25, I do not want to hear it. I do not want to hear it, people. And today is also my birthday, so I actually accomplished my milestone for Black Ops 7 before my 36th birthday, and I am very, very happy. And I got positive KDs, and I got more resurgent wins than losses. So I'm very, very happy with this product. But I got to admit that, the fact that Activision is asking on Twitter, do you consider Black Ops 7 a good game? And I'm going to be like, hell yeah, if I can actually master Prestige in under a month, oh, hell yeah, I do. It's just the COD babies that cannot actually learn to play without freaking actual AI, actual compensation. That is just facts. But I think it is absolutely hilarious. And these are my new Akita Akimbo actual weapons that I unlocked during the weekly challenge. And I gotta admit, I love them to death. They are absolutely really, 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 really effective. So I did ham in this match. I got a 2.0. But at the end of the day, it's just the COD babies that just are the ones complaining. They're the ones whining and crying. The ones that have only played Call of Duty since 2019. Those casuals do not know how to play without aim assist. It's just very, very sad. They have no cognitive ability whatsoever. It's just very, very sad. Or actual freaking sensitivity level, motion control. It's just mad funny. But at the end of the day, I did this faster than Black Ops 6, and I am very, 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 very happy. So now I can basically use the rest of 2026 to level to 1000, and I can take my God-living time. I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. And I was the first 1% to enter Master Prestige. So the fact that I beat all those YouTubers that were, basically boasting that they were Prestige 8, Prestige 9 and stuff. Yeah, I beat you to it, people. I beat you to it, Boom. I beat you to it, Nero. I beat you to it. Yeah. So, someone like me can actually be better at this game than you can, and that's actually kind of sad. But at the end of the day, this game has been a lot of fun in the last month. I have actually really enjoyed my time with this game. And I got to admit that, the fact that they nerfed aim assist was a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful change. Because now people actually have to try if they want to get good. They cannot actually have the computer holding their hands and holding their aim control at all. They actually have to aim manually. And aim manually sucks for kids that have grown up basically having the computer hold their hands for the entire last 6 years. It's just mad amusing. But at the end of the day, the things that I enjoyed about this game were the fact that the multiplayer was the best that I've seen since Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 3 for that matter. So I got to admit that this game has been quite entertaining. And, I got to admit that some people actually do know what they're doing. So not everybody who plays this game is a COD baby. But I got to admit that there are more COD babies on this game than there are OGs. So I got to admit that when you run into an OG, you know it because they kill you instantly. But, when you run into a COD baby, you're the one that kills them. So it's kind of a give and take kind of situation. But overall, I've had a beautiful birthday. I'm about to go to Texas Roadhouse in about an hour, so I'm going to actually have a beautiful restaurant to eat at for my 36th birthday. I'm going to eat with my family and stuff like that, so that's going to be mad fun. But I got to admit that this game, this game has been beautiful, and I think it's my favorite game of the year that I played all year. And I'm still waiting for my Xbox report, and I will post that, but I'm still waiting for it to come around into my email. So I am still waiting for that result, but overall, I am actually quite pleased. But the fact that all these, YouTubers are crying and saying this is the death of COD and all that fun jazz, they're only saying that because they cannot actually learn to actually play the game manually. They actually need freaking computers to actually help their body. It's very sad. And, I was saying this back in 2019 and 2020 that, if you make the computer basically do all the work for you, you're never going to actually improve. You're just going to basically be handheld for the rest of your entire existence of gaming. So the fact that Activision actually did actually nerf the aim assist and made players actually learn how to play by themselves is actually a beautiful, beautiful gift. And I got to admit that video games should be 50% skill and 50%, controlled. So the fact that, this game is like 70% manual and 30% controlled is actually quite a big difference, especially for the casuals that have never actually played a true COD in their life. And I'm not talking about Modern Warfare 19 or the games that came after. I'm talking about the OG days of 360 and freaking OG Xbox, my guy. So, those games were the games that actually required true skill in order to get good. That's why we had less than half the people, actually having positive KDs back in the day, because only the true, actual, real good players could actually compete in COD. And, people were all saying that COD would be the death of shooters and stuff like that. I don't think that. But I got to admit that it is actually kind of really entertaining and very, 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 very adrenaline, very, very dopamine rush. It's a beautiful competition game. And, if you don't want to compete, then don't compete. Play a single player game, people. That's how I see it. But, in this video I was Prestige 9. So, I recorded this a couple days ago, but this is when I first unlocked the Akimbo Kitas. So this was my first gameplay of that match. So I was like, yeah, these guns are beautiful, and they don't do as good in Resurgence as they do in multiplayer, because in Resurgence you got shields and stuff. Whereas multiplayer, you have no shields, so they kill you a lot quicker in multiplayer than they do in Resurgence. But in Resurgence, they are still effective. You just have to spam the trigger a bunch of times in order for the person to die. So it's just like, it's a learning curve is all it is. But I got to admit that most of these people just don't know how to manually actually play games no more. They just can't do it automatically. They just can't. They can't do it without controlled assistance. It's just really, really sad. But the gooch lookers and the casuals and the YouTubers that think they're good but really they're not. They just have been basically handheld for their entire COD existence. Yeah, now they really understood what COD was all about, and they really did not like it. I find that very, very funny, and I find that absolutely amusing. But the fact that the Call of Duty franchise still hit top sales on PlayStation and Xbox in November kind of still proves the point that COD can never die. It just will change over time. And I am slightly excited for Modern Warfare 4 next year. I do not think it will be the death of Call of Duty like a lot of YouTubers are now quoting. And I do not think it will be like 2019. I think it will actually be a brand new engine, a brand new way to look at it, a brand new way to play. And I think it will be the successor to Modern Warfare 2. So it will, or Modern Warfare 3 rather. But it is the Call of Duty we've been waiting for about 15 years now. So it's like, it is actually, it is well deserved to be coming in 2026. But for the time being, I will be enjoying Black Ops 7, and I will be playing Final Fantasy Remix. I will be playing Resident Evil Requiem. I will be playing the 007 game. I will be playing the new Splinter Cell and the new Kingdom Hearts and GTA 6 and all that fun jazz. But yeah, no, I have really enjoyed this game. So this game is actually quite fun once you get used to it and you learn the learning curve and you learn the actual aim skill, difference and stuff like that. It is quite fun. So now the campaign, on the other hand, I'm kind of indifferent to the campaign because I was able to do it in 4 hours and 30 minutes, people, the day before launch, and I got the first percent achievement. So you know what? People are just whining and crying because they want breaks. They want a casual experience. They don't want to be locked in, and that's not how games are gonna be soon. They're gonna have to make you lock in order for you to actually commit, which is actually kind of kind of the change in gaming form. So it's like if you're gonna play an online game, you gotta always be online, and that's just how it is. But overall, I'm 36 now. I've been playing games for over 30 years, and I love my video games, people. I love video games more than women, more than family, more than relationships. I've been single 21 years now, and I'm still absolutely completely pure after 36 years, people, and you know what that means. So the fact that I have not been intoxicated by females in 30 years is quite actually entertaining. So I think that is actually kind of good. So overall, I hope everybody enjoyed this video. Give it a like, give a comment, and I will do another video in the next couple days or so. But I will get more gameplay from this game, and I will be posting it and stuff like that. So I hope everybody has a great Christmas. Happy holiday. Later.